everybody. Yeah, you're about to do the Starlight Celebration event. This is the very first event I've ever... the very first seasonal event I've ever done. Because I started playing Final Fantasy XIV about... it was... December of 2015? And, that was such a touching event. The Starlight Celebration event of 2015, because it involved orphans and kids that didn't have parents, and it was really touching. So, I would have done this sooner. Problem is, I've been busy. Like last week I worked like 6 of my 7 days, 12 hours. I was just beat by the time I got home. I've hardly been on all week. Here we go. I love this music. I feel a bit bad for being late on it, but what can you do? Christmas is my favorite time of year, and I love the Starlight lore that they have here about from the Knights of Ishgard ushering little kids in to their barracks, kind of sneaking them in with their scarlet jackets and whatnot. I love it. Just something special about these events that I just really love. I hate that this is the last night for it. I would be doing this all over and over and over again. Grungy is looking for someone to be her little helper this Starlight season. Well, what have we here? If it isn't my favorite adventurer. Why, it's a Starlight miracle. You simply could not have arrived at a better time. As you may recall from our past meeting, I'm Garanji, and I have the pleasure of serving as celebrant once again for this year's festivities. As you can see, the celebration is in full swing, and I and my colleagues have once again transformed ourselves into the saints' little helpers to dole out gifts galore to the children of our fair realm. Needless to say, there is more to Starlight season than presents and pretty ornaments. This year, we've once again decided to stage a musical performance. We will be ready to raise the curtain in a short while, and would be more than honored to have you in the audience. Aww. It is our fervent wish that the gift of song, too, serves to warm the hearts and brighten the faces of each and every young boy and girl in town. Father? Sorry, my voice is cracking. Look, it's one of the Saints' Little Helpers. One of the Saints' Little Helpers brought me a present. I can't speak tonight. Oh, now isn't that a splendid thing? And do you know what else? Mother and I have prepared a great feast for the family tonight. Let us head home as soon as the concert is over. Aww. Will there be eel pie? You know I love an eel pie. The show's about to begin. And it is, son. Word is that it's going to be even grander than last year's performance. Because you don't have to work at the markets this year, we can see it together. It's a Starlight miracle. Oh, we helped them out last year! That's right! Happy Starlight to you, child. Might I ask your name? Huh? I'm about to butcher that name. What's it to you? What a lovely name. You can call me, Pray tell, why the long face? Was your present not what you hoped it would be? No, it's not it at all. I love the stuffed chocobo, the little... I love the stuffed chocobo the little helper gave me. Truly, thank you for your kindness. It's just that, you see, I really wish Father could be here. I see. Do tell me more. Father serves in the God's Quiver. His name is Tronfi. Again, I'm gonna butcher that name. Perhaps you know of him? Anyhow, he promised me a fortnight ago that this year, for certain, we'd go to the festivities together, but then he was assigned to emergency duty. Ever since then, he scarcely comes home at night. I know that these are dangerous times, and Father's task is an important one. But is it too much to ask that he could at least celebrate Starlight with his family? With the God's Quiver, you say? It couldn't be. Say, I have an idea. The concert will begin shortly. Why don't we watch it together? Thank you, but I'd rather not. It wouldn't be any fun without Father, and besides, I don't care much for song and dance anyways. Good evening to you. Poor kid. The poor child. As if it weren't hard enough being alone during Starlight season, it must be even more painful to be surrounded by happy families rejoicing together. If only there was something we could do to return a smile to his face. Tell the truth, I just had an idea. The boy said that his father is a bowman of the God's Quiver, did he not? As a matter of fact, a contingent from the Quiver has been enlisted to perform in our concert. It may merely be a coincidence, but I cannot help but wonder if this is the true reason he is occupied of late. Aww, I hope so. So I ask of you, adventurer, would you be so kind as to lend your talents to help me chase the shadows from a boy's troubled heart? But of course. Thank you, my friend. The spirit of the saint truly does live on within you. A bowman by the name of Pierce has been our main contact at Quiver's Hold. If there is anyone who could shed some light on the matter, it would be him. Archer's Guild. Back where I started everything. Putting little archer. Oh yeah, go way back here. That's right. Oh, hi, Ardbert. Aww. Does look like him. Maybe a little bit more green, though. I'm Pierce, alright? I'm Pierce, alright? Is there something you need? This boy's looking for him, you say? That's odd. It's true that our bowmen have had their hands full ensuring the city was safe and secure for Starlight season, but it's hardly so onerous a task as to keep them away from seeing their families entirely. As of course, unless... That must be it. Sorry. Allow me to explain. As you may know, the Starlight Celebration can trace its origins back to ancient Ishgard. Indeed, many of the choral tunes sung during the celebration to this day were passed down to us by the Temple Knights. To honor the tradition, we of the Gods Quiver decided to join together with the Archers Guild to take part in this year's Starlight concert, that we might lift the hearts of the children with song, just as our Ishgardian counterparts have done throughout the ages. Now that you mention it, he is one of those who will be taking to the stage for the main performance. No doubt he intends to keep this a secret until the curtain rises. This mellifluous voice really is a marvel to behold. Why, some would say he's the most talented tenor in all of Gridania. And his devotion to his craft is second to none. I would not be surprised if he gave the child some excuse about guard duty in order to sneak up and spend some extra time rehearsing. The performance is almost nigh, yes? If you and your colleagues are concerned, I suggest you seek him out and inform him of his boy's plight. Last I heard, he was headed to Bent Branch Meadows to reunite with his loyal chocobo, who was taken there for treatment after behaving erratically of late. On the off chance that he's already moved on, just speak with Ilgar at the stables. He's like us not to know where Latonfi went next. Or Latonfi. It's not that hard, it's just... I butcher it when I speak fast. Okay. Quiverman by the name of Latonfi, you say? Indeed, he left a few bells ago with his feathered friend in tow. If he hasn't returned to his post yet, I'd imagine they must have stopped off somewhere along the way. Poor bird, she's not suffering from any physical ailment as far as I can see, and yet she's constantly crying out, champing at the bit, and stomping her feet. I suggested to him that perhaps the strain of recent battles is still weighing on her mind. Happens to the birds as it happens to us, you know. And that a leisurely walk through the woods might do them both some good. To think of it, I remember him saying something about swinging by the Judeite flood on the way home. Maybe you'll be able to find him there? I know where that's at. Whoops. Must be right here. The look out far and wide, but find no sign of Hortonfi or his bird. Just as you are about to abandon hope, you make out a voice singing in the distance. Aww. Oh, goodness gracious. You're a bunch of madmen there in Final Fantasy XIV at Square Enix. Koji, that must have been you. Oh, impeccable rhythm, my friend. I knew from the day we met that you were a chocobo after my own heart. Aww. Oh, it seems we have a guest. And who might you be? Lee, the warrior of light and darkness. No, yeah, pay me no mind. Oh dear. It's true that I've been spending much of my time with my musical pursuits of late, but never did I think my boy would take it so hard. I truly have made a mess of things, haven't I? At the very time of the year when the smiles of the children are to take priority above all else. Why, I could brighten the hearts of 100, nay, 1,000 children with my song, and it would mean not a thing if my dear Nolly walked away with a frown. A fine bird, is she not? Aye. She is my most loyal and treasured companion. This is why I was all the more troubled when she started to behave strangely as of late. And so, at the Stapleton's suggestion, I took her on a stroll by the waters. Absent-mindedly, I began to hum a tune when, wouldn't you know it, she started picking up her feet and prancing in time. That's when it came to me. She wasn't ill, or troubled of heart or mind. Far from it. She shares my profound passion for music, and merely wanted to join me in song and dance all this time. Isn't that right, my friend? Aww. Typically, Quiver's Hold is a stern and somber place, but as the Starlight Celebration drew nearer and nearer, our halls were filled with music and song. Doubtless she's just been beside herself with a desire to partake in the festivities along with her master. Oh, I'm not gonna poo-poo on this. In the event, never in my wildest dreams did I expect my companion to respond so enthusiastically to my humble renditions of traditional Starlight carols. But that Nellie felt the same way. Sadly, the boy is of an age where he's more interested in animals than in song and verse. I can only hope that seeing his father perform on the grand stage will change that. Oh, but the elementals take me. How soon I forget. You said my boy has already wandered away from the square, did you not? Which means he'll miss my performance. He'll cry into his pillow tonight thinking that his miserable father abandoned him, and on Starlight no less. Don't look so glum, you say? Suppose you're right. How can I hope to put a smile on my boy's face if I, myself, panic and frown? But I've rambled on enough already. The concert will be getting started at any moment, and my colleagues will be wondering what is keeping me. Might I ask one small favor of you before I go? Get the boy and return him to the stage. Pray explain the situation to the Starlight Celebrant, and ask her to seek out my boy and see to it that he attends the performance. I would surprise him with a Starlight memory that will fill his heart with joy. We got it. Thank you, my friend. You are truly a Starlight miracle in the flesh. And with that, my companion and I should be returning to the hold. We shall see you at the concert. I trust you will be in attendance. Oh, hi. Don't ask me why I had to do that, but I just did. You know, I've noticed as of late, there are a lot of people attuning to the Aetheryte in Gridania, and I'm assuming it's the same in all the other city-states as well. Like, I've noticed, like, maybe about a dozen the last couple of weeks. Which is good, I mean... good for the community. Like, I'm not sure I noticed that even at the start of Shadowbringers. But, it seems like the hype is getting passed along. I'm glad, because this is a community I love, and if I can see, like, other people sharing it, if I can share it with other people, it just, to me, it makes it all the better. So we are going to Maketos, right? Yeah, okay. I love the music here. I can listen to this like any time of the year. Well, if it isn't my favorite little helper, how fare you? Were you able to track down dear Nali's father? I see. Indeed, I suspected that may well have been the truth of the matter. So his passion for musical pursuits is what has kept him away from his family. I agree that a surprise appearance from his dear father would go a long way to raise a boy's spirits. Still, how are you to convince him to attend the concert? Yes, that is the rub. On the positive. Deity sounded most pleased with the stuffed chocobo. If only there was a procession of chocobos that are alike, perhaps we could have convinced him to attend, but I fear we have planned nothing of the sort. What's that you say? Latanfi's companion is a chocobo that dances and sings? How positively bizarre. Delightful. That is, positively delightful. If this remarkable bird were to take the stage with his dear father, no doubt Nali would be thrilled beyond belief. Why, he might even find himself enjoying song and dance as never he has before. Is that an ultimate or weapon or anything? Yes, I believe I know just what we have to do. Leave the boy to me. In the meantime, you will seek out Latronfi once more and convince him to make his feathered friend a part of the performance. In the meantime, will you seek out Latronfi once more and convince him to make his feathered friend a part of his performance? Tell him it's for his son's sake. Will do. Alright, what weapon is this? Ultimate Anarchy. That is the, that's the ultimate. What? Wow. I wonder how many teams have, done that ultimate. Let's see, where do we need to go? Me, I still need to work myself up to the extremes. Like, if you see me, you know I've got a lot of work to do with rotations and whatnot. I gotta do a lot of practice. Oh, Archer's Guild. Some of these names are too much. And I just walked right past it. Because I was too busy, like... Oh well. Oh, for woe. Whatever am I to do? Dress your chocobo up. Forgive me, friend. I fear I find myself in the throes of desperation and despair. I had a mind to take the stage as planned, but I simply haven't the heart to do so. What a fool I was. I meant to surprise the boy with a performance for the ages, but what will he think when he finds out that his father is a liar and a coward who was fa-la-la-ing when he was supposed to be protecting the people of Gridania from harm? Why, he'll never trust me again. What's this whining and wallowing in self-pity? You call yourself a quiverman. Ah! Oh, Lord Lewin, what brings you to this place? I will ask the questions here. Tell me, what is your sworn duty as a bowman of the God's Quiver? Why, of course, it is to honor our pact with the elementals, to protect the Twelveswood from outside threats, and to see that not a single resident of fair Gridania comes to harm. Well, yes, I suppose that is all true. But to put it in more simple terms, one might say is to preserve peace in the forests and see that our citizens can live happy and contented lives. Forgive me, Bowlord. I do not quite understand what you're getting at. Well, in other words, bringing smiles to the faces of Gridania's children is an important part of your duty to keep the peace in the Twelveswood. Do you understand, meow? Or meow? Oh, goodness gracious. That was so cute. Oh, that was cute. Lucian. Interesting. Looking at you, I am reminded of my own father, once Bowlord of the Quiver in his own right. He was a passionate man, devoted above all to his duties, and I admired him more than anyone in the world. Though I did not follow directly in his footsteps, I have chosen to honor his memory in my own way, by training the brave souls who will keep our fair wood at peace. My first master. My first master, right here. Instructor Moko and Guildmaster Lucien. Whatever has this humble bowman done to deserve this honor? I have no children of my own. I would be lying if I said that watching you now, even in your worries, do not evoke in me a sense of envy and of regret. But even so, there is nothing I would rather see than a smile on the face of you and your boy. After all, it is the season for such things, is it not? And so, as Bowlord of the Gods Quiver, I command you, put your fears aside, take the stage, and serenade young Nali to your heart's content. My colleagues and I will do all in our power to see that your deeply held wishes reach the boy. Oh, Lord Owen, I do not deserve this kindness. You tell him, Chocobo. Ah, but there I go, being all glower and gloom again. Thank you, my loyal companion. You're always there for me in my darkest times. And you, friend, you look as if there is something you wish to say. Do you have a proposal, pray tell, which might resolve my plight? Dress up your darn Chocobo. What if I were to include my feathered friend in my performance? For Nolly's sake? Come to think of it, the boy has always been fond of the birds. His dear father and one of his beloved birds taking the stage together? Meow, that's an inspired idea if I've ever heard one. Apologies, a slip of the tongue. When I say meow, I mean meow, or not meow, meow. Very nice. Aww. Hey, I have these slips of the tongue all the time, so I feel her pain, I guess. I must say, it sounds like a foolproof plan to me as well. After all, the bird has been trained to serve on the battlefield. Surely a Starlight performance would be well within the realm of its capabilities. Then I dare say the matter is settled. Since you have no objections, Sir Tomfy? None in the slightest, Bowlord 11. See, there I go again. That is to say, if you do not, my fast feathered friend, what say you? Will you do this for me and my boy? I know, Chocobo's not going to say no at this point. Whatever have I done to deserve such a constant companion? Right you are. Turn that frown upside down, yes? Aww! And with that, I have one last humble request to make with you, friend. Would you be so kind as to conduct our forthcoming performance? Uh-oh. Again! While my companion here is eager and willing to ascend the stage with me, this will be your first such endeavor. Mind you, I too cannot lay claim to having sung a duet with a Chocobo before. Though she has only known you a short time, it is clear from the look in her eyes. She trusts you as much as anyone, her own master included. Were you to lead the performance, I have no doubt she would happily dance to your every instruction. Isn't that so? I am not so good at these! But we'll get through it. Just so that I thought. So what say you? Will you join us to make this Starlight a special one for my boy? We're gonna do this. Thank you, my friend. You truly are a saint. And with that, we should make for the amphitheater. The others will want to be started at any time now. Second, I'm gonna step out right quick.